I'll now call the meeting order and welcome everyone to our August Planning Advisory Committee meeting, and we appreciate your attendance. I'll first ask if there are any disclosure of pecuniary interest as general nature thereof of any of the committee members regarding the agenda. Seeing none, thank you. I now ask for approval of the agenda as presented. Councillor McHugh, Mr. Edison, any questions or comments? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Now ask for a motion to approve the minutes of July the 16th and entertain any questions, errors, or omissions you might have seen in those. Motion to approve, Councillor Quinte, Mr. Brown. Any further questions or comments? All in favor? Carried, thank you. The public meetings are prescribed under the Planning Act and are conducted as prescribed by by Section 3413 of the Planning Act, RSO 1990, as amended for 4 zoning bylaw amendment application affecting lands in the Sydney Ward, 1 zoning bylaw amendment affecting lands in the Murray Ward, and 1 red line amendment and a zoning bylaw amendment affecting lands in the Murray Ward. The meetings will be conducted in the following manner for each application. First, I will identify the application being considered. Then I will ask planning staff to outline the application being considered. Then ask if there are any questions from the members of the public who have registered in advance to attend and participate in the meeting and have any questions or comments regarding each application. If there are no public comments or questions, I will ask the committee if they have any questions or comments. Once all committee questions have been addressed, the committee will consider and vote on each application. If you wish to provide comments, please state your name and address for the record prior to addressing the committee. This committee has been delegated the responsibility to conduct public meetings as prescribed under the Planning Act, and a full report of the meeting's proceedings will be submitted to City Council on Wednesday, September 23rd, 2026. Council will make the decision on each stated application. Anyone other than the applicant who wishes to receive further notice of Council's decision on each application must submit a written request for notice of Council's decision to the Director of Planning and Development Services. I will now ask the Manager of Planning and Services please to advise the committee on how notice of each of these meetings were given. Kelly, please.
Through you, Mr. Chair. Notice of the applications being considered tonight, the red line amendment and all the zoning bylaw amendments were given in keeping with the provisions of the Planning Act, RSO 1990 as amended, by first-class mail on July 30th of 2026, and the posting of the signs on the subject properties at the same date.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll now proceed with the first public meeting of the evening, and it's staff 7.1 Staff Report 26-056PD, a zoning bylaw amendment application, and the owner is Yvonne Christine Rolfe. The agent is Watson Land Surveyors. The location is 25 Crow Road. Excuse me. The file number is D09/S13/26. Katie, would you like to address this application, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair, the purpose of this application is to satisfy a condition of consent application B3/26S, which was approved by the Committee of Adjustment on February the 12th, 2026. Under the consent application, 1 new 0.4 hectare lot was approved. While the retained parcel would continue to comply with the rural zone provisions, the severed lot does not. Therefore, this application proposes to rezone the severed parcel to the rural residential zone in order to bring the lot into conformity with the city's zoning bylaw. In addition, in accordance with comments received from Lower Trent Conservation Authority on the consent application, the field verified wetlands on the property will be placed into the environmental protection zone. Overall, the application meets the intent of the provincial planning statement, the city's official plan, and maintains the intent of the zoning bylaw. This application is recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have anyone in attendance who would like to speak in favor of this other than the applicant? Would the applicant's representative like to address the committee? Nice to see you, Keith. I thought you retired. And
No,
keeping you working.
Resurrected. I'm Keith Watson from Watson Land Surveyors, and I'm here with George Wickens. We're here merely to support the application and answer any questions if they come up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good to see you out again. Do we have anyone that wants to speak to this application in opposition or have a general questions? Okay, seeing none, committee, I would ask that you consider this and the recommendation to approve or entertain any question.
I'll make the recommendation to
Councillor
approve.
Quinte, Ms. Simmons, any further questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried, thank you. We now move to item 7.2, Staff Report 26-057 PD, Red Light Amendment and a Zoning Bylaw Amendment Application. The owner is Clemency Homes, Inc., and care of Nathan Clemency. The location is east of 17337 Highway 2. The file number is D12/M04/21 and D09/M14/26. Katie, would you also like to address this application, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair, the purpose of the red line amendment application is to amend Phase 3 of the Hillside Meadows North subdivision to include 11 lots for single detached dwellings, 4 lots for semi-detached dwellings, 24 lots for townhouse dwellings, and 1 block for 2 34-unit apartment buildings, with the deletion of the parkland block. Ultimately, the purpose of the red line amendment application is to facilitate the development of 2 apartment buildings and to recognize an increase in the total number of units within Phase 3 from 55 to 107. As a result of the modifications requested as part of the red line amendment, the zoning of the subject lands also needs to be altered. The open space zone is no longer required, as this phase will not include a park, and the block for the apartment buildings needs to be rezoned to the residential type 5 zone in order to permit the construction of the apartment buildings. In support of the red line amendment, the owner has updated their traffic impact study in order to assess the potential traffic impacts of the proposed amendments to Phase 3. The study indicates that no additional off-site mitigation measures are required at this time. Appropriate conditions to draft plan approvals are typically required and to address matters such as servicing, stormwater management, grading, road and utility installation, utility sign-offs, engineering drawings, and the provision of securities and insurance by the developer. The conditions to draft plan approval are attached to this report as an appendix. Ultimately, the approval of these applications would facilitate an intensification opportunity in the city's urban area on a site that is to be fully serviced by municipal infrastructure. Overall, the application is consistent with the policies in the provincial planning statement and the city's official plan and maintains the intent of the zoning bylaw. These applications are recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have anyone in attendance who wishes to speak in favor, opposition, or have any general questions regarding this application? Would the applicant wish to speak? Seeing none. Okay, committee, you've heard the recommendation, and Councilor McHugh moves it. Do you have a second? Mr. Brown? You have a question? Go ahead.
Is this leaving a deficit of open space for a park, or how nearby will there be some sort of open space, green space, or park playground to these homes? Just curious about that.
Through you, Mr. Chair, to J.D. Brown. So there is a park existing in between the existing Hillside Meadows subdivision that has been built out and then Hillside Meadows North, which is the one we're looking at right now. So this is Phase 3 that you can see. So there's 2 subsequent phases that are under construction, and there is a park in between the built-out subdivision and this one right now. Just to the south. You can't quite see it on that map, but there is an existing park. If Kelly can use the laser pointer. Oh, just right where she's pointing right now, that's parkland.
Thank you. Does that still leave us with a deficit of that open space that was originally part of this plan?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, thank you.
Councilor O'Neill?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to staff. So if we get rid of the parkland, they're going to do cash in lieu for it. Are we going to spend that money in that subdivision for the parks that are there, or is it just going to go into the reserves?
No, they provided parkland during Phase 1, which meets the amount that we've asked for in the past. So we don't.
In total?
Yeah, in total.
Okay.
The little parkette that was in the corner was sort of over and above.
Any other questions? Ms. Simmons?
I was just wondering about how tall are the apartment buildings? How many floors?
I believe right now they show them as being 4 stories.
Okay, any other further concerns or questions? Okay, it's been regularly moved and seconded. All in favor? Carried, thank you. We now move to item 7.3, staff report 26-058 PD, zoning bylaw amendment application. The owners Thomas Bristow and Candace Bristow. The agent is Watson Land Surveyors. The location is 514 and 528 Old Highway 2. File numbers D09/S16/26. Katie, would you also like to address this, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair, this rezoning application is a condition of consent application B4/26S, which was approved by the Committee of Adjustment on February the 12th, 2026. The conditionally approved consent application proposed a lot addition encompassing 0.42 hectares of land to be added to the adjoining property located at 528 Old Highway 2, which is the Bay Marine property. The intent of the lot addition was to allow for the continued use of the lands for commercial purposes. A review of the city's air photos indicate that the rear portion of the subject property at 514 Old Highway 2 has been used for commercial purposes for several years. The existing metal building located on the lot addition lands has been there since at least 2002. The 2008 air photos indicate that the rear portion of the subject lands was being used for boat storage and was operating as part of the Bay Marine property at that time. This application will ensure that the newly added lands as well as the Bay Marine property will have the same zoning. While both 514 Old Highway 2 and 528 Old Highway 2 are currently owned by the same family, they're legally separate properties and each have their own zoning to permit separate uses, one being residential and the other commercial. Ultimately, the lot addition and this zoning bylaw amendment rectify the existing non-complying use situation and allow Bay Marine to continue to use their lands as part of their business operations. Overall, the application meets the intent of the provincial planning statement and the city's official plan and maintains the intent of the zoning bylaw. This application is recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have anyone in attendance who wishes to speak in opposition or have general questions? And Keith, I guess you're on the floor again. Do you have any comments, please, as behalf of the applicant?
No comments. I'm just here as the agent and to support the application, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll ask once more, is there any questions or comments regarding this application? Okay, thank you very much. Seeing none, committee, I would ask that you consider the application, and you've heard the recommendation is to approve. Moved by Mr. Edison, seconded by Councillor Quinte. Any questions or comments from the committee? Mr. Councillor Quinte.
Just a question regarding, I guess, the applicant or staff. So it said in the report that like this was approved before and now it's back here and it's back here in front of our committee because the conditions weren't met previously. What exactly was not completed, and has it completed now? Like, is it going to go through now? Either staff or the applicant?
Kelly or whoever wants to address that, please.
So at least one of the conditions that wasn't met at the original consent application was rezoning, but we only did the rezoning, I think, for the Bay Marine parcel, not the residential parcel. But then there probably was a few other conditions that the committee would have imposed that didn't get completed. So it ended up lapsing.
Right, and so are those completed now? Like, we're not going to see this back in 5 years' time, I guess is what I'm getting at?
Hopefully not, but this application is a check mark in one of those conditions. And then Anne-Marie, our Committee of Adjustment Coordinator, will check all the other conditions.
Okay, very good.
Okay, any other questions in the committee? It's been really moved and seconded. All in favor of support? Carried, thank you. And I note Councillor Kosovas is on virtual here, if anybody hasn't noticed. Anyway, he is participating. Thanks, Mike. I'll try and see if your hand's up anytime, so I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. Anyway, okay, we'll move on to the next item, which is 7.4, Staff Report 26-059 PD, Zoning Bylaw Amendment Application. The owner is Tanya Olton. The location is 906 Old Highway 2, and the file number is D09/S18/26. Ashley, would you like to address this application, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair, the purpose of this zoning bylaw amendment is to rezone the subject property from the rural residential zone to the rural residential exception 96 zone. The effect of the amendment is to recognize an existing additional residential unit on a lot area of 0.17 hectares on partial services instead of the required 0.4 hectares for additional residential units on private services. It will also permit a reduced lot frontage of 31.2 meters instead of the required 45 meters. The comments from the building department state no concerns. Comments from Lower Trent Conservation indicate no objections. No residents to date have voiced concerns about the application. The application is consistent with the provincial planning statement, the city's official plan, and maintains the intent of the zoning bylaw. The application is therefore recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have anyone in attendance who wishes to speak either in favor, opposition, or have any general questions regarding this application? And I note, Ms. Olton, you're on with us virtually here. Do you have any comments you'd like to make? Certainly feel free to speak at this time if you'd like to.
No comments from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, there's no one going to comment from the public. I would ask the committee to entertain the motion. Councillor Quinte, Mr. Brown, any further questions or comments from the committee? Councillor O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to staff. It's saying the minimum lot area is 0.4 hectares, and this is only 0.17. So it's like only little over 40% of the required area. So I just want to make sure why you're comfortable with such a small size compared to what the required is.
Through you, Mr. Chair, we look at undersized lots and it's an existing situation and it's an existing lot of record. We relied on the building department to confirm that the septic was reasonable and in good working order, and so we're comfortable with allowing this existing use to continue.
Thank you.
Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. We now move to item 7.5, Staff Report 26-060 PD, a zoning bylaw amendment application. The owners Ronald and Julie Kane. The location is 2423 Wallbridge Loyalist Road. File numbers D09/15 S15/26. Madison, would you like to address this, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair. The purpose of this application is to rezone the property to the Rural Exception 62 zone, which would add an outdoor rock climbing facility to the list of permitted uses on the property. Based on information provided by the applicant, the business would operate seasonally and on a weather-dependent basis. Further, this rezoning would establish a formal definition of rock climbing facility to be included in Section 3 of the City of Quinte West zoning bylaw. The proposed definition would read as follows. Rock climbing facility means either an indoor or outdoor facility consisting of one or more artificial climbing walls and associated safety mechanisms designed for rock climbing, bouldering, or other similar activities for recreational or athletic purposes. The concept plan provided depicts the outdoor rock climbing facility as being contained inside a fenced-in area in the rear yard of the property. The proposed outdoor rock climbing facility includes 2 artificial walls containing plastic mounted rock climbing holds, professional grade climbing mats, 2 gazebos featuring chairs and other seating options, an unserviced office space, a portable toilet, and a gravel parking area. Staff are of the opinion that the proposal would be consistent with municipal and provincial policy directives for rural lands. The location, limited scale, and seasonal operating schedule of the proposed outdoor rock climbing facility would help to minimize potential land use conflicts with surrounding properties. By locating the facility far away from the road frontage, the existing dwelling would remain as the focal point from the street. To date, 2 members of the public called the planning department with questions or concerns regarding this rezoning application. First caller had general questions about the concept plan, while the second caller had concerns regarding possible implications on traffic in the area. Overall, the applications are consistent with the provincial planning statement and the city's official plan. This application is therefore recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Madison, do we have anyone in attendance who wishes to come forward and speak either in favor or opposition or general questions, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, please.
So hello, my name's Christine McBain. I live at 2425 Wallbridge Loyalist Road, so directly next to the climbing gym. I'm here to speak in support of the application, and I believe that any concerns expressed on traffic are not applicable. It's an incredible business, and we're lucky to have it.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else for comments, questions, opposition? Please come forward.
Hi there, I'm Julie Kane, and this is my husband, Ron Kane. We are the owners of the property, so
Okay.
if anybody has any questions, we're here and would love to answer them.
Okay. Well, if there's no one else, does the committee have any questions? I know we've been distributed some booklets here for information, and Ms. Simmons?
I just have a question. You're just going to have a portable toilet for the facility? Just one, two?
There's one for now.
One at the moment, and it seems to be doing very
Adequate?
well. Yeah.
And what do you use for water? Does it come with?
It comes with water. It's Jesse's John's, and they come and service it once a week, and then I also clean it daily as well, and they change it out for us, so.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Councillor Curd.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just curious if there is a lot of popularity. Is there a possibility, or do you have intention, maybe over the medium term, to extend it from seasonal maybe to more of the year, or potentially, I mean, I guess year-round wouldn't be possible without some sort of indoor, but is your intention to broaden if there's enough popularity?
Yeah, because currently there is an indoor gym that is closed, and we're not sure if it is going to reopen or not. So the climbing community, which is a fairly large one, they're very upset about that because they depend on this for like their well-being and health. So we're looking at maybe down the road, we have on our property, we go down south of us as well, so we were thinking maybe we could sever a lot and build an indoor gym. But that would be a whole process. So at the moment, yeah, we can't.
Or a reasonable price building around.
Yeah, rental unit. We were looking at maybe doing a rental unit in Quinte West somewhere, and we have some real estate agents looking for us, but they haven't been able to find adequate height. Because you need the height for the climbing walls. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions of the committee of Councillor Quincy?
Yeah, I was hoping for a sample that you'd bring like a trailer or something and we can practice right
Oh,
in here.
you need to come and see us. You guys are all more than welcome, even if you don't want to climb, just to come out and see.
Yeah, I
for
noticed
yourself.
in the reading material you have some chairs there, so I could just sit
Yes,
and
you can
watch.
go
You can hang out.
Criticize.
You can hang out with the goats.
Yeah, the goats. Yeah, for sure.
Just
That's where I
please
need
visit
to
our
be.
website and sign the waiver before you enter the property. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I'm old enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's a great idea. I was reading about this. I thought, wow, this is kind of cool. Good for you two.
Yeah, gets a lot of people out in that.
Yeah,
All right.
tourism is pretty excited as well, so hopefully they'll support us next year by advertising. So
you
we're
haven't
doing
had-
pretty good without advertising.
You haven't had notice of any issues with like the cars coming in and off the highway because it's supposed to be a 60-kilometer zone, but everybody knows that we don't
Everybody
drive
knows
that.
that.
But it's nice and flat there. There's no
Yeah.
trees hanging over the roadway or anything there, so there's lots of visibility. So
Yeah.
it's a good spot for it. All right, thank you very much.
All right,
Great
thank you
idea.
very much.
Thank you.
That's it. Okay.
All right, folks, you've heard it. I need a motion to support the recommendation. Mr. Brown? I'll get one down this way, Councillor Card, so we'll have one at each side and keep it even here. Any further questions or comments in the committee? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried, thank you. We now move to item 7.6, Staff Report 26-061 PD, the zoning bylaw amendment application. The owner is Christopher Lambert. Location is 10 Barcova Beach Road. The file number is D09/M17/26. Madison, would you like to address this again, please?
Through you, Mr. Chair. This application is a condition of consent application B20/26M, in which one new 0.49 hectare lot was conditionally approved by the Committee of Adjustment on August 13, 2026. This application seeks to rezone the conditionally approved severed lot to the rural residential exception 97 zone, which would allow for the following special provisions: a reduction in the minimum lot frontage from 45 meters to 40.78 meters, and a reduction in the required exterior side yard setback from 7.5 meters to 4.1 meters to recognize the setback of the existing single detached dwelling on the property. The conditionally approved retained lot would remain in the rural zone, with the exception of the wetland, watercourse, flood hazard, and associated 30-meter setback, which would be rezoned to the environmental protection zone. Development would not be permitted in the environmental protection zone. There is an environmentally sensitive areas overlay, which recognizes 2 distinct watercourses on the property, which would remain unchanged. This rezoning would bring both the severed and retained lots into conformity with the city's zoning bylaw. Overall, this application is consistent with the provincial planning statement, conforms to the City of Quinte West official plan, and represents good planning. This application is therefore recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much, Madison. Do we have anyone in attendance who would like to address any concerns, questions, or opposition regard to this application? The applicant wish to speak? Okay. We don't want you to think we ignore you, in case you got something more you want to add. Okay. Okay, moved by Councillor McHugh, seconder. Mike, have you got your hand up there behind there? Okay, well, Councillor Kuntz seconds it. Any further questions or comments from any of the committee regarding the application? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Your comments regarding the application and staff reports have been recorded and will be forwarded to the members of council together with the minutes of this meeting. Council will make a decision to approve or refuse each stated application as the regularly scheduled council meeting of Wednesday, September 23rd, 2026. We now move to item 8, public input. And if anyone wishes to come forward and ask any questions or concerns about anything that's on the agenda or that's on your mind in particular, you're welcome to do so at this time. Okay, thank you very much. So now we move down to item 9, presentations. We have none. Delegations, we have none. We get into item 11, decision items. And our first decision item is 11.1, staff report 26-039 PD, draft plan of subdivision. The owner is Hastings Enterprises, Inc. The agent is Doran Homes Limited. Jamie O'Shea is the representative. Location is east of 144 Huffman Road, and the file number is D12/S07/25. Madison, we're going to work you hard tonight, I guess, as long as Katie there. You've been all in succession, sir. Well, you'll have to put in for extra pay, I guess. So if you'd like to address this, please, thank you.
Through you, Mr. Chair. The purpose of this application is to obtain draft plan approval for a subdivision containing 43 lots for single detached dwellings, 8 blocks for 32 townhouse units, 6 blocks for lot additions to the lands to the south that are also owned by the developer, 1 block for a stormwater management pond, and 3 new internal roads. Further, this application seeks to obtain approval for the associated conditions for final approval. The statutory public meeting for this application occurred on March 19, 2026. The applicant made a few minor changes to the proposal in response to comments from city staff regarding proposed lot dimensions, stormwater management strategy, servicing plan, and traffic design and data. The following documents have been updated since the first submission: the civil drawings, stormwater management report, traffic impact report, functional servicing report, and geotechnical report. The hydrogeological assessment and environmental impact study were submitted as part of the first submission and remain unchanged. To date, no public comments were received regarding this application. Overall, this proposal would facilitate the delivery of new housing stock to an established residential area within the urban boundary. This application is consistent with the provincial planning statement and the city's official plan and represents good planning. This application is recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much, Madison. Do we have anyone in attendance who would like to address this application? General questions or concerns? Jamie, would you like to address the committee about anything in particular? Please come forward.
I would just like to thank staff for all the work they did to help us get to this point. It's been a journey, so to speak, but it's been fun. Some heartache at times, but we made it all work, so we look forward to the day we can build houses here. So,
great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, committee, you've heard the recommendation, and I'd entertain a motion. Councillor O'Neill. Mr. Forsyth, any further questions the committee regarding this application. Councillor Quinte.
I think this is exciting. This is exactly what Quinte West needs for growth. And currently, the city is working on upgrading wastewater lines along North Trent Street with a big project that'll be servicing this development and more to come. Thank you very much.
And I guess the other thing we can add, with the government's waiving the HST, GST thing, I think should spur a little more activity, I would hope, and then. But also, I think there's maybe some development charges, adjustments that are in the window, we'll put it that way, to help along too. So make things a little more affordable. So, yep. Okay, folks, if there's any other, no other questions, we're ready to move and second it. All in favor? Carried, thank you. So now we move to item 11.2, Staff Report 26-040 PD, Zoning Bylaw Amendment, and the owner's Hastings Enterprises, Inc. Agent is Dorian Homes Limited, Jamie O'Shea rep again. Location is east of 144 Huffman Road, and the file number is D09/S35/25. Madison again, please.
Through you, Mr. Chair. The purpose of this application is twofold. One, to rezone the portion of the property subject to draft plan approval from the rural zone to the residential type 3 exception 33 zone. Rezoning these lands would facilitate the development of the property with a residential subdivision containing 43 lots for single detached dwellings, 8 blocks for 32 townhouses, 6 blocks for lot addition lands to the south that are also owned by the developer, 1 block for a stormwater management pond, and 3 new internal roads as proposed under the concurrent application for draft plan of subdivision. The proposed residential type 3 exception 33 zone would permit a reduction in the required lot size from 370 square meters to 329 square meters, and the minimum exterior side yard setback from 5 meters to 3.5 meters. And second, to rezone the balance of the property from the rural zone to the residential type 3 exception 33 holding zone and the environmental protection zone to recognize the wetland feature and associated 30-meter setback as shown in the presentation here. Similar to the concurrent application for draft plan of subdivision, the statutory public meeting for this application occurred on March 19, 2026. At the time of this report, no public comments or concerns were received. Single detached dwellings and townhouse dwellings would both be permitted uses under the proposed residential type 3 exception 33 zone classification, and the proposed density would be well within the city's allowance for low density development. As stated, no development would be permitted in the environmental protection zone. Overall, this application is consistent with the provincial planning statement and the city's official plan and represents good planning. This application is recommended for approval.
Okay, thank you very much, Madison. Do we have anyone in attendance who wishes to address this application? Both general questions, opposition, concerns? Seeing none, committee, I would ask that you entertain support.
I'd be happy to move it.
Okay, Mr. Brown, Councillor Quinte, further questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried, thank you. We now move to item 12. Printed information and monthly planning and development reports and building department report. And entertain a motion to receive and then entertain any questions. Mr. Edison? And Ms. Forsyth? Sure. Okay. Any further questions regarding those? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried, thank you. And non-printed, we have none tonight. So we're at item 14, requests for information around the table. Ms. Simmons, I'll start with you. Mr. Brown? Simmons? Councillor O'Neill? Councillor Quinte?
I'm going to be quiet tonight.
Holy gosh. No sale. Mr. Edison? Councillor Card? No? Councillor McHugh?
I'm probably going to get shot for this, but I'd like you all to join with me and congratulate Chair Councillor Elliott. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jim.
I stopped having them, I thought, but anyway, I guess if you don't have any more, it's not the best thing. The alternative is no heck.
And you just had to come to this meeting on your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Anyway, if there's no other information, then I guess the hard one is, Mr. Edison, I leave it to you to motion to adjourn. Councillor Kozowicz, would you second that? I know you're not here. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous. Meeting adjourned.
One more thing, if I could, please. We have Andrea Dinner here with us, but she is now known as Andrea DeVries. She was married a week ago Saturday. Congratulations, dear. Yes.
Don't be cursed.
All kinds of celebrating.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, staff, everyone for your attendance. Much appreciated. Have a safe drive home.